What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have so many exciting updates to unpack today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. Cardano ADA leads blockchain development among all top 10 cryptocurrencies. What about foolproof token launching and trading? What if you could launch any token on Cardano in less than 30 seconds? Introducing Rocket by JPG Store. This will be our biggest product launch, they say. What is Rocket? So Rocket is a platform that allows users to launch and trade tokens on Cardano easily. A token launch is live for a small time window. If enough ADA is pooled, the buyers receive the token and the LP is created and burned. Now this reminds me of Pump.Fun. We saw that SNEC and Splash are working to bring a Pump.Fun for Cardano, which is great, and this looks reminiscent of that. Why use Rocket? Launch a token in seconds, raised funds go to LP, LP burned on completion, automatic refunds if a launch is unsuccessful, same token prices for everyone, no advantage for bots. So it looks like they're just doing the best practices that already works. And this is why I love Cardano, because they take inspirations from other projects, other networks that is working and how we can implement it. Now, when will that be? I would recommend guys follow this account, follow their additional account, Rocket. It will be coming soon and we'll cover it on this channel. Very nice. I love that stuff. Brings more movement of capital. Incentivizing migration to Minswap V2. Mini emissions have been boosted by 10% today only for V2 pools. The intention is to accelerate the migration to V2. I think a large amount of them have already migrated. Currently, liquidity is fragmented between V1 and V2 of Minswap due to the migration required from V1. This fragmentation leads to increased slippage, price impact issues, and reduced liquidity efficiency. To address this, the Emissions Committee, which adjusts emissions bi-weekly, decided to increase emissions by 10%. Prioritizing newer pools to encourage faster migration from V1 to V2, this decision aligns with the committee's mandate to optimize liquidity and volume. And I think this is smart because creating incentives is always a good idea to migrate because it can be a pain, as I've seen in the past, of like people not wanting to move liquidity. So this is great stuff from Minswap, Binance US. Now, take this with a big heaping grain of salt, all right? Sea salt, if you will, pink salt. Nice, Cardano says stake with pride. Now, I think people are watching Cardano. You know, what happens in silence, what happens in the privacy, what happens in the DMs, we don't know. And I'm going to show you guys some excellent DMs. So take this with a grain of salt, but we know that SNEC kept saying when Binance. And maybe people at Binance are paying attention. Maybe it means nothing, but let me know what you guys think. Binance US, like the reply, solid ADA guide. I like that. Speaking of DMs, ZK Did says, hey Cardano, you won't believe who just hit me up. Cardano community, I present to you Kado Vince. Can someone please put him in touch with the right team? Looks like he's got some good Cardano vibes. And so just the context, I believe Kado, I looked up on LinkedIn, former business development at Mastercard and co-founder of Kado Money, said GM would be happy to chat with the Cardano team to get an integration rolling if you can connect me. So it's good, guys. People are noticing. They see that incentives work. We have that governance. People are incentivized to build on Cardano. I don't believe in the BS of no incentive is the best incentive. I believe humans are emotional, human-centered design. Incentives clearly work. So this is great. And I think the more we get these names, we're going to see in a moment, Huawei, we're going to continue to improve the perceived trust of Cardano. So speaking of Huawei, Dedium, this is a project that's been on my radar for a couple days, but I haven't done a deep dive into it yet. Now, GPUs, compute power, I love GPUs. Like I remember my NVIDIA TNT2, I still have it. Yeah, AGP card. I still have the pre-GeForce cards. I've always been obsessed with compute power and tweaking and overclocking and undervolting. In fact, the R9 390 I had is when I first started mining Ethereum. So I do see a need in compute power, democratizing it, giving access, rewarding people. And Dedium has a really nice kind of mission statement in their bio. Decentralized GPU computing network on Cardano. Kind of reminiscent of Render, if you guys saw that project. 3D rendering, cloud gaming, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. In particular here, monetize your idle GPU and earn their token. Now, guys, be careful. Of course, be safe. They have a pre-sale, I believe that's live right now, may still be live. But the important thing here is that they did join. They officially joined the Huawei Startup Accelerator program. They did a space recently, and we're going to comment on what Huawei also said. Huawei hasn't made any statement on their Twitter about Cardano, but I believe like team members have on spaces and whatnot. And this is a great thing too, because we see Emergo, Huawei, Dedium joining the accelerator program further boosts our perceived trust. So them collaborating with their startup team to accelerate Dedium's growth, direct advising, access to grants, VCs, hardware sourcing assistance, and much more. This is great because TLDR, having this sort of compute powered GPU platform app for people to use reminiscent of Render is cool. And Huawei, as much as people will meme on that, it's an established name. Why not? Why not work with Cardano? Representative from Huawei states in X Space that, quote unquote, Huawei is open to the Cardano ecosystem and to opening their ecosystem up to Cardano in return. Huge. I saw this. I was like, wow, definitely huge. There was a morning AM space, I believe, with Emergo and whatnot. So this is great. Now people are going to meme on this, but like I said, guys, like this is important to have like big names be a part of the ecosystem one way or another. Now, speaking of ecosystems, OMEN I covered a couple of weeks ago, and they have such a bubbly, amazing, fantastical NFT collection, staking, fabulous Fuego art. We saw them very adamant getting a lot of attention during when Nike was kind of being incubated, and they are happy to announce that their Omni farming is now live on Minswap, which, sure, I saw this post, but the more important thing is what I see with Bitcoin. They're pleased to announce their initial step towards expanding into the Bitcoin space. So they've done a new partnership, Asina, I don't know how to pronounce that, Asina BTC, to utilize their multi-sig solution for managing their Bitcoin holdings, marking the beginning of many strategic moves in their long-term expansion plan. So they're also doing a giveaway here, giving away some DOG runes. So that's just like a classic engagement. Everything's linked below. I'm very excited to see what they do to moving into the Bitcoin space because their art is fuego. And their art kind of reminds me of Azuki, reminds me of kind of that high fidelity, fantastical, unique, one of zero. Like, I'm very pessimistic with art. I'm very skeptical with art. Like, I'm always like, just another JPEG. But something about this community is oozing with authenticity. And for them to go into the Bitcoin space is great because it doesn't diminish the efforts on Cardano. It just brings more people. It's perfect. More of this. Now, strap up for some staking, guys. So if you haven't hit the like already, if you haven't hit the sub, smash that, appreciate it, because this is a nice detailed tweet about staking. Why Cardano's liquid staking model is superior in terms of security, accessibility, reduced risk, premium UX, and reduced complexity. First, accessible liquidity. With ADA, your ADA remains in your wallet while earning rewards. There's no need to lock up your assets, giving you full control and accessibility at all times. Flexibility. Unlike other staking models, Cardano allows you to spend or transfer your ADA even while it's staked. You can delegate your ADA to earn rewards without sacrificing the ability to use your funds whenever you need them, which I think is a very important one. Simplicity. Cardano's staking process is straightforward and user-friendly. Its way. Just a few clicks at max are normally required. Just delegate and start earning. With derivatives, there is much larger complexity, trust, and increased research required. Regular rewards. Automatically receive earned rewards at the end of each epoch, which lasts approximately 5 days. This regularity provides a consistent and predictable return on your staked ADA, but what I personally love is that it's only 5 days, which allows you to make reward projections and plans. And this is a low-key one, guys, because regular rewards is important. No one really wants to be like when is this coming? And when there's an unpredictability, including other intermediaries, it starts to kind of diminish the experience of that nice flowing ADA. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if the ADA didn't have this and it wasn't 5 days and it took forever and you don't know. It really diminishes the beauty of the staking. Security. Your ADA stays in your wallet. It doesn't get sent off to a third party like it does in derivative staking. Being in your wallet automatically enhances security and minimizes the risks and trust associated with moving funds to third-party platforms. Cardano's decentralized network out of the box always automatically ensures your assets are protected. Now, finally, Transparency, competition, right? Competitive fees. I nearly forgot this one, but it's very important. Derivative staking often involves additional fees, including transaction fees, platform fees, which can reduce your overall returns. This is facts, right? Maintenance fees, all that stuff. These fees can be extremely difficult to track as they're not always displayed transparently in a single place, and you may not be aware that some staking protocols exist. In most cases, this research requires research and risk of interacting with a potentially fraudulent pool. With Cardano's liquid staking, fees are extremely competitive because stake pool operators compete for delegation and they are all available in the same place, your wallet. Other protocols can introduce varying fee structures and terms purely designed to mislead, which is naturally less transparent and harder to track. Differently on Cardano, users know exactly what to expect and can shop for the best fees and operators, whilst even digging into recent stake pool performance metrics to make a more informed decision. Finally, Cardano's staking model also allows you as an owner to actually retain full ownership of your ADA by keeping it in your wallet and accessible, but while still earning rewards every 5 days. It's simple to stake, a few clicks, secure, avoids the complexities of derivatives, supported by a strong, reliable ecosystem and active community of passionate stake pool operators like Dave. Cardano provides a trusted and innovative staking experience by default. This impressive model is extremely different to derivative staking, and the liquid nature of this allows users to retain true ownership of their ADA with reduced risk. What a beautiful thread about staking. And if you are trying to convince anyone that Cardano staking is next level and amazing, just reference to this thread, amazing thread by Dave. Cardano went from ghost chain to the most chain, banger tweet by Lucid. From no smart contracts to the most advanced and secure smart contracts. From no SBOs to becoming the most decentralized chain in the world. From slow transactions per second to being the only chain that can scale to the masses. Ticker is ADA. Now, before we wrap up, just a couple of small little tweets here. One is that a few more days until the Cardano Hackathon. So if you guys are in Europe, Berlin in particular, this is looking good. I see a lot of great names here. Midnight Network, Emergo. So this is great. I love these hackathon stuff because innovation, building, all this stuff is important. And even though they may seem dull and boring, I mean, you got to have them. And hackathons are great because I think that this is how we also galvanize and make stuff more resilient and discover new talent. You never know. Cardano Yoda says, if the market cap were a reflection of decentralization, Cardano would be number one. But it's not like that. So people don't know about it. They don't care, or it's yet to happen. And maybe they will care late. You know, there's a good saying of you got to speculate to accumulate. And at the end of the day, guys, we are early. We are early. Cardano has a lot more leg room up, and us reaching a new all-time high with very little compared to what we had now makes me so bullish, because with us having such a high Nakamoto coefficient, with us having that treasury, with us having hyper scalability, liquid staking built in, things are looking good. Now, this has been going all over X. Like, one guy started it and then it got memed, and then people made another one, this funny XY axis. So people were back and forth, but this one was hilarious. I really like this one. And I think this one was by Dead King ADA, yeah. But we have 1 billion TPS, and it's like actual community, decentralized, Excel table, VC bootlickers, right? And many of these projects on here, I don't want to isolate them. I mean, I like Solana, I like Ethereum, but there's many of these and more that just, there's no community. What community? You search on Google Trends, no one searches them. You look at Google Trends, it's not being searched on YouTube. You join like communities, nothing's happening. So guys, be careful that just because something has a high market cap doesn't mean it actually has a community. It does not. Because Cardano, frankly, has like 7 times the search of this, right? So TVL doesn't equal community. Remember, like, there's more factors to keep in mind. And because of that, Cardano will have its pump. It's just going to take time. And many projects will do really well. But this is accurate. An actual community and actually decentralized. So think of it what you will. What do you guys think about stuff like that? What do you think? I mean, people are putting tons of different ones. Huge ecosystem, slow, small, like people be trolling left and right. But I think this is a nice one. VC bootlickers, actual community, Excel table. That one is funny. That was a legendary one. So what do I think about price prediction? Same as I hold. We will surpass and blast through $3, I believe, $3 to $5. We had a very impressive bull run previously. There's so many projects that just basically did ass. Let me show you guys because I keep talking about it. But let's like, what is this, bruh? Like, what is this? What community is this? Should we check out their Twitter? Should we check it out? Let's check out the Twitter. Bruh. Look at this. Look, what is this? Where's the flavor? Community conversations. What? This is a community conversation? Bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not trying to make this like a hate video. I'm just saying there's many projects that are just like nothing burgers. Like what meme coin summer? What DeFi summer? Cardano's rich with culture, charismatic leadership. Charles is very bold. So as a UX designer, I like the emotional stuff, the qualitative stuff. I've seen hundreds of meme coins. And there's nothing like Nike is full of flair. And there's many other projects, Sneck. So I think that Cardano has the tech. It has that flair. And it has all the qualitative stuff ready to explode at the right time. We're now waiting for cycle and narrative to match up. And when those happen is when alt season will rip. Russell Index is already climbing. We want to pay attention to Bitcoin dominance. And we're not there yet. I think that alt season is around the corner. Earliest Q4 this year, but probably Q1 of next year. But we'll watch on the channel. If we do enter some lower areas with these juicy dips, I will be scooping up, and I will tell you guys when I last bought, which was around 3.6. And for me, I love this window of like 24 cents to 39. That's like a stellar deal, really good deal. But what do you guys think? Is it possible Cardano will go to like crazy valuations, like $10? I posted a vote on the community tab if you guys want to vote there, if you think it'll surpass $5 or not. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like. Thanks for your support, guys. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.